Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Today, I think we're going to go and deal with that spider spawner over that direction that we found earlier. I'm hoping I'm going to stay close enough to the villager breeder that it'll still keep running, because I have a bit of a bigger project that I have in mind that I need a lot of villagers for. So, what do we need for the spider spawner? Let me gather up some of my resources. I have some stuff cooking at the moment, and I will get to it. So this is what we will need today. We will need some building blocks. We will need 6 iron trapdoors, 3 hoppers, 2 chests, and at least 1 water bucket. I'm bringing the stonecutter with us because we will need some half slabs as well. So I'll just be able to turn my building blocks into half slabs by bringing a stonecutter. So let's get cracking then. Now that we're back at our spider spawner, the first thing that I usually like to do, and this goes for every kind of spawner, is to go 4 blocks out on every direction. So let me clear some blocks here and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I've dug out 4 blocks on every single side. With most spawners, you can leave only 3 blocks high, so 1, 2, 3 blocks high, and call that good for your ceiling. Spiders are the one exception though, because they climb. So we need to go a couple of extra blocks higher. So I'm probably going to go total of 6 high. Either 5 or 6 high. I think I'm going to go 6 space and then have the 6th one be the roof. Now, if you care about the walls of this room at all, now is the time to do it. And I do care about the walls, so I'm going to end up digging out 1 more block on all 4 sides. And I will also start worrying about the ceiling, so I will dig up probably 3 blocks high. Well, 6 blocks total. So the original 3 plus 3 more. So let me get back to digging. I have a lot more to do, and I will see you guys soon. And poof, just like that. It's all dug out. I have my walls in. I'm pretty happy with it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of space, with the ceiling being on the 6th one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 out on all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got my ceiling and my walls pretty much done. Now I need to worry about the floor. I need to go down 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm probably going to dig out 1 more block down and then put a floor in. Similar, I might do something a little bit different than what I have on the walls. I should mention that when you're trying to dig out your flooring to keep as much lighting in here as possible, because if you get rid of all of your lighting, then spiders will start being spawned from the spawner, and you'll have to deal with them in addition to trying to just dig out all of the area. So what I usually like to do is drop a torch on the spawner itself, and that way I don't have to worry about breaking the torch by breaking the block below it. So that's something you guys can try. Just the torches on the spawner itself will probably not be enough. Keeping one in or near the corners will probably, plus the ones in the middle here, will probably be enough though. So we'll give that a shot here and see if it's enough for me. I should probably explain how I did this design up here. What I did is I took like a section of the wall, so I didn't do the entire section all at once. So I just took just a small section. So we're just going to do a 3x3 here. So we're just going to take this section right here. And what I did is I took a certain amount of stone blocks. So we're gonna say, let's do 5. And I just kind of spread these around here however I want. So say something like that. Then I have 2 other kinds of blocks that I like that I think will kind of mix in well with the stone bricks. So that's cracked bricks and polished andesite. And then I spread these around in here. So do 2 there and those 2 there. And then I take another section of 9, so another 3x3 section, and I kind of do the same thing over again. And I kind of mix up how I do my starting pattern. Throw those in, and it looks pretty good. So, if you guys want to do that on some of your builds, go ahead. I think it kind of looks really cool. Alright, I have finished up the floor in here. I've decided to go with cobblestone, cracked bricks, and a little bit of mossy cobble. One thing I should mention is you're going to want to have blocks on top of the spawner itself, so we don't have spiders spawning on top of the spawner and then just sitting here, not falling in down below and moving out through this trap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use cobblestone walls. I'm going to run it right down to the spawner itself. So I think that'll look kind of cool. Yeah. Now we're going to want the spiders to move after they've spawned in. So this right here is the hallway down towards where our ravine is. And the hallway this direction is where this is our exit. So I go this way to get out. So I think we should move all of our mobs this direction. So I've already kind of started digging this spot out. So we're going to want a 3x3 area here, but I think we're going to need to go down a block. So let's go back inside before we start digging there. So what we're going to want to do is, I'm actually going to cover this up completely, I think. And then we're going to dump a bucket of water here and a bucket of water here. And so now we have this kind of V shape where it's starting to funnel all of the water. So I'm going to dig out all of the blocks where the water isn't touching, and I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, so I've dug out all of those blocks, but I've left the block where the water is resting on for now, and I have relayed in the floor. So now we're going to want to remove all of the blocks that the water is resting on right now, with the exception of this one. We do not need to remove this block right here. Alright, so as you can see, all of the water is pushing me right to this spot. That's good. And I should mention, you can remove this one if you want to. It's just not necessary. So now that we're all being pushed towards this direction, we need to open up this area right here. And we need to do a 3x3 opening. So it'll look something like that. And then we can push this back one more block as well. There we go. I'm going to open up the hallway here so I can get up and out. And I'm going to give us a little bit of room to work here. So this spot now is where all of the spiders are going to spawn. They're going to land in the water, and the water is going to push them all the way over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and rip up the walls and the floor. And I will probably put a ceiling in here as well. So I'm going to leave this spot open. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I came in and added walls, ceiling, and floor. So now what we can do is the block after where this dry block is, so this one right here, we can dig that out. And I'm actually going to dig the one out after it out as well. And that's where our chest is going to go. So let's put the chest down there, make that a double chest. Next, let's grab our hoppers. We're going to dig this block out here. We're going to put the hopper going into the chest. We can dig both sides of that out and put 2 hoppers going into the central one. And then let's come over here. Now we're going to need half slabs, so that's what this stone cutter is for. And let's do stone brick. How about? So let's throw these in here. I'm gonna need 6, I think. So the first 3 go right here on the top half of that block, right above the chest. We need to be able to still open the chest. And then comes our trapdoors. So we put these down going across, and then we put a second layer. So I'm just placing the iron trapdoor right on top of the first one. So this is where all the spiders are going to come. They're going to spawn, they're going to drop down. They're going to come right across here, right into here, and we'll be able to take our sword and kill them right here. The only other thing that I want to do would be come into here, and we should add a lip right here to stop the spiders from being able to climb down and out and back into the main room. They will not be able to climb down. If they have to go down, they have to drop. So they're going to continually be climbing up, hitting here, and dropping down if they're ever trying to go back into the spawning room here. So this is kind of the basics of the farm. I'm going to run around and remove all of the torches here. You're going to have to be kind of quick to get back out before the spiders start spawning, but here goes nothing. 1 torch, 2 torch. And we have a spider already. And they are able to fight the water current as long as, if I'm in here and they're kind of looking for me, they'll be able to fight it. But if I'm over here where our trap is, it'll be a lot harder for them to fight the current. So if we wait here, we should have spiders spawns fairly regularly. Now I should say that yep, look at that. 3 spiders off of that spawn. And that might have even been a 4th. Now, spider spawners are active as long as the player is within 16 blocks. And you'll know if a spider spawner is active if you can see the flame particles. So you can see those flame particles are from the spiders spawning. But you can kind of get a glimpse of the flame particles there on the spawner itself. So that means that the spawner is active. Now I don't have a very good sword, so this is going to take me a while to kill all the spiders. But as soon as I get a diamond sword, this will be great. And I'll probably throw on a few enchantments to that diamond sword. So this is the farm. Let's see here, what have we got already? We've got some string and some spider eyes. So cool. I should mention the spider spawner trap that we built down below is only for spider spawners. It is not for cave spider spawners. They will not be stopped by the double iron trapdoors. So if you're trying to do a trap for cave spiders, don't use the one I showed here in this video. So I think that will do it for today's episode. I have a couple of ideas for next episode, but I haven't quite decided what we're going to do next time. So if you have an idea, let me know in the comments down below. But I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.